Right, welcome to our notes on conversion. Again, this is just a walkthrough the notes that we're going to take in class or that we've already taken in class. Feel free as you go through to pause and rewind the film and go through the steps again. Because conversion is one of those things that can be tricky at the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, you'll find that it's really quite simple. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is the conversion stepladder. What's on there now, you can see we'll start at the bottom with millimeters. The next step is centimeters. Then 2 steps up is meters. And then 2 steps up, or 3 steps up from that, is kilometers. Those are the 4 main ones we're going to be concerned with during the course of the year. Another thing to keep in mind is that this is not limited to just meters. It works for all units, liters, grams, anything we encounter along the metric system. And that's why you see milligrams, milliliters written underneath, grams and liters written underneath. So you can get an idea that it's not just limited to meters. Okay, how to use the stepladder. When you're going up the conversion ladder, let's say I'm asking you to convert from centimeters to meters or millimeters to kilometers, you're going to go up the ladder. For every step you go up, the decimal point moves to the left. Therefore, the value of the number is actually going to go down. When you go down the ladder, if I'm asking you to convert from kilometers to centimeters, meters to millimeters, so on and so forth, for every step you move down the ladder, you're going to move the decimal point to the right. And so your number is going to get bigger in value. Okay, so up the ladder, the decimal point goes to the left, the number gets smaller in value. Down the ladder, the decimal point moves to the right, and the number gets bigger in value. Okay. So let's do some practice problems. Here's our conversion stepladder, and our first one we're going to do is 3.5 kilometers, and how many meters does that equal? Or another way of asking, how many meters are in 3.5 kilometers? So we have our 3.5, and I've added 2 zeros, and you're going to see why here in a second. We're going to start up here at kilometers, and we're going down the stepladder. Okay, so if we go down the stepladder, the decimal point moves in which direction? To the right. For every step we go down. So if we go down 1 step, the decimal point moves over 1 space to the right. So the blue arrows there are representing our motions. If we go down a step, the ladder, then the decimal moves 1 point to the right. We go down another step, decimal point moves again. We go down 1 more step, the decimal point moves again and lands at the end of the number. Okay, so the blue is our new decimal point. Ignore the black one for now. So that gives us 3,500 meters. So 3.5 kilometers equals 3,500 meters. Did you see how the decimal point moved each time we went down the stepladder? Okay. Another way to look at it is every time we went down the stepladder, we multiplied by 10. Okay. So we multiplied by 10, I think. Yeah. So every time we move down the stepladder, we multiplied by 10, and that also can help. So you take 3.5, multiply that by 10, get 35, multiply 35 by 10, get 350, then multiply 350 by 10, and you get 3,500. If that confuses you, just ignore that. If you understand every time I move down the stepladder, my decimal point moves to the right, stick with that. Okay? So again, 3.5 kilometers is equal to 3,500 meters. Another way to say it, there's 3,500 meters in 3.5 kilometers. Okay, so another practice problem. How many meters are in 550 millimeters? Okay, so here's our 550. We're going to start down at the bottom with millimeters, and we're going up the step ladder. So if we're going up the step ladder, the decimal point moves to the left. Okay. One question I usually get here is when you're dealing with a whole number and there's no decimal there, first question I get, well, Miss Murray, where's the decimal point? Where does it go? Which is a great question. The decimal point goes right at the end of the number. Okay? So where that blue dot just appeared, that's where the decimal point will go when there's no decimal point there at the number. Okay? So that's where we'll start. So for every step we go up, the decimal point goes to the left. So when we go up one step, decimal point goes up one. We go up another step, decimal point goes over to the left again. One more step, decimal point goes over to the left. And now it lands right there in the beginning of the number. So 550 millimeters is equal to 0.550 meters. Another way to look at it is every time you go up the step ladder, you divide by 10. So to go from millimeters to centimeters, you divide by 10. To go from centimeters to the next step, divide by 10, and then from the next step to meters, you divide by 10. Okay? Or, well, no, we'll just leave it there. Again, if that whole dividing by 10 confuses you, just ignore it for now, and just stick with every time I go up, the decimal point moves over to the left. Okay? Some easy conversions that you may just want to memorize. 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters. And 1 meter is the same as 100,000 millimeters. Not 100,000, I'm sorry. It's the same as 1,000 millimeters. Excuse me. Okay, so 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters, and 1 meter is the same as 1,000 millimeters. Okay? So in that case, 2 meters would be 200 centimeters, and 2 meters would be 2,000 millimeters. Same values, you're just centimeters are a little bit bigger than millimeters. Okay, so again, these are easy conversions that you should memorize. It'll just make some other conversions easier in the long run.